YouTube is full of escapes with grabs. I love them. They're fun to watch. Like you see guys walk up and they grab, and then someone will show them statically how they escape it. Kinda. What people don't tell you is there's levels of grabs, right? If he goes to grab my arm, the first level is just not being grabbed at all, right? The second level is when he grabs me very light and I go into the escape because I caught him in the motion. He doesn't really have the full grab yet. The third level is when he grabs really deep, and now I have to work a little bit to get out of it. So a lot of these escapes you see online are the second one, right? They don't show you the first one because the first one is just, I escape. The second one is I felt this come on and it got just on a little bit, which gave me a chance to move into it and work with it. So when you see a lot of these, this type thing where they're going into this and people are coming back into these, that's because the hold isn't on really deep yet. And keep in mind, if someone really had you, there's a good chance they're throwing you around and dragging you, which isn't going to be static like you're watching. To do it properly, you have to practice a lot on how to feel when the lock's coming on so that you move with it immediately and don't let it get deep. If you're going to do such work, you've got to make sure you catch it very early. And, the more you practice with feeling how this comes on and how you can move with it, it's great. But there are times when you screw up and then it gets really deep. Now, here's the one thing martial artists don't want to admit. Sometimes you can't get out. If you watch sport fighting, MMA type things, sometimes you see guys tap. You know why? Because they got grabbed and they got caught, and it is what it is. And they're going to lose that arm. Nobody's infallible. Sometimes someone just has you. It is what it is. So you got to contend with that fact. Everyone, I know it makes people feel warm and fuzzy to feel like they have an escape for everything all the time. Sometimes people best you. It is what it is. But what I've also learned in time is when people really have you deep and they have you out of structure, a lot of times you're going to have to hit them. You're going to have to do something that creates enough space where you can start the escape. There's a lot of flashy escapes out there, but it's different when someone's got you and they're running around and choking the hell out of you and they're trying to throw you and move you and you're like trying to do this escape and they're not doing it. Sometimes you got to make sure you freaking plant them one, right? Hit them and then bring it to them, and then now you can get out. And you got to use them both together. So those escapes that you practice all that time learning, how do I get out of these things and how do I use them, work really good once it loosens up. So if I hit him first and hit him again, all of a sudden now it's got much easier because he's so focused on staying up and not getting hit. He's not squeezing as hard as he was. But if you don't take his mind off it, people are very strong. And when people have you and they're focused on it, you're not just going to peel a finger off. You're not going to go to some little pressure point and make them let go. I've tried it. These big, strong guys don't let go like that. They're not gonna. You're gonna have to let them have it, let them have it, let them have it. And then maybe if you want to go into your motion and go into escape, that's fine. So remember the levels. You should practice like you never let them grab you in the first place. You should practice catching it right away. But then you're gonna have to practice it like they have you, and hopefully your partner means it, right? If your partner just sort of grabs you and then you escape, it's not the same. When I really want to know, I go visit my nephews because they're big and strong and they don't train. And I say, hey, grab me. And they're more than happy to really crank on me because it's funny to them, right? And they're not doing what you do in a normal school where your partner's just being nice and letting you go. Oh no, they're holding on like they mean it. And you got to work with people like that. So if you're in a school and you feel like you're just escaping all the time really simply, it's probably because your partner's not bringing it to you. So play around, experiment, go through the 3 levels. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Hit that notify button. Please feel to share, and thank you guys for watching. It really helps the channel grow.